Happy Thursday, everybody. We got a lot to roast and recap and react to in pop culture news and shows. So grab a beverage. I got mine. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Please smash that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get this Thursday party started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we break down the latest pop culture news, trending topics, our favorite reality shows, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. Now, remember, I am going to be very opinionated, providing my comedy and commentary, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion as me. You are welcome to sound off in the live chat, and we can just calmly and respectfully agree to disagree, like the Zen Buddha therapist Tamara Judge from The Real Housewives of Orange County.
That's my opinion!
Now, remember, before you want to sue me, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is totally alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
But also remember that a lot of people that you may or may not enjoy think I'm very excellent.
I heard actually mixed reviews on Joleen.
Oh, Joleen was excellent. What are they saying?
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lala.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. Hello, everyone in the chat. I see you. And shout out to Tracy for becoming a member. We are doing a members live after this at 4:30, approximately 4:30 Pacific. If you are a Patreon supporter in 2 of the tiers, you would have gotten a message or notification regarding this with a link. And if you are a member here on YouTube, check the members tab, and there is a link there. Steven will be joining me. Hopefully, maybe Jamie B. And we'll talk about some fun stuff. I think I have to sneeze.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where?
I heard actually mixed reviews on Joleen.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
I totally had to sneeze. So thank you guys. My allergies are like, out of control. I know. It's what is happening? I was only 2 minutes late. All right. My time blindness. You know what happened? Here's what you want the honest truth. I'll tell you the honest truth. I thought the live started at 2:30. So I came and I was like rushing around, feeding the dogs, letting them out to TT. And then I sat down at 2:37, ready to hit live. And it was like, I still have like 8 minutes or something. Oh, okay. Tax and relax. And then I just, found myself doing other things. But maybe if I could trick my mind that the lives are earlier than they are, I might actually have a shot at being on time. That might trick my time blindness, but I'm not sure. You guys smash that like, hit that subscribe. Let's set a like goal, you guys. Let's get 200 likes. Let's get 200 likes right out the gate. It's Thursday. Ben says that he'll be blocking Survivor people. Apparently Jeff Probst is pissing you guys off. What's going on with Jeffy? I'm not watching this season. There's a current season on. Yes, there is. I haven't watched it, so I don't know what's going on with Jeffy. I do know that season 50 is approaching. What, in like one more season, then it's season 50? Is that what they're doing? And we got to find out who's on that cast and all that. But let's get 200. Did I say 250 likes? Let's get 200. Did I say 200? Who knows what I said? All right. Producer Prince is here, and he wants you to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Okay. Bye, Prince. Good to see you. Thanks for showing up to work for a second. Oh, my God. They have these fur babies have a really strong union. I can't do shit. I can't. It ended? Okay. Survivor ended? I'm so behind. I'm so behind. But if you want to support the channel further, you can do what Tracy did. Become a member. Join us for our members only. Enjoy the bonus content and the emojis. Or you can send a super chat while we're live. Or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. If one of my mods doesn't mind dropping the links to those things, that'd be amazing. If not, everything's in the description. I also have a little Venmo thing. You don't have to do any of that. But if you feel you want to, go ahead. Oh, good. Grab your cats. We got stuff to talk about. Okay. There's so much that I literally was messaging things to myself. Okay. First things first. Let's talk about. Okay, we gotta check out. Michelle is on the Nick Viall. We probably won't do this first, but Michelle's on Nick Viall talking about Jesse and doing an interview on the Viall Files. Michelle from the Valley. So we'll be taking a look at that. First things first, you guys. I think we should get into a little bit of roasting. All right. So I found. Sometimes we do this and we have a lot of fun. And I found this video that someone, I love when people put these together, where you will see men on the internet responding and making awful comments, rude comments about a very famous woman and her looks, like a very beautiful, famous woman. And someone highlights these comments and then takes a picture of the man who made the comment of his profile. And oh my God, it's such a good time. It's such a good time. I found one with Dua Lipa. All right. I didn't watch the whole thing. I wanted to react to it live with you. But let's take a look, okay, at some of the men who are responding to Dua Lipa here. Now, this is from Tova Lee account on Instagram. Shout out to them. And they posted this video, and I'm going to share it here with you guys. And she said, men responding to Dua Lipa using their own public comments and profile pictures, so all public profile pictures and public comments, to speak for themselves. So we're going to take a look at this. So smash that like. And to intro these men who I'm sure just have like the best comments, the kindest. I mean, I already spoiled it. They don't have kind comments. We will play our Don't Be a Dick intro.
Don't be a dick, you're being a real dick. Stop being a dick, you're being a dick. Don't be a dick, that's what you're being right now. You need to stop, check yourself, and calm the fuck down. Don't be a dick, you're being a real dick. Stop being a dick, you're being a dick. With the things that you do, you're obviously very hurt, and that's why I think that you're a big fucking jerk. Don't be a dick, you're being a real dick. Stop being a dick, you're being a dick.
Shout out to Hype Man Husband, soon to be RN Chell, for making the wonderful Don't Be a Dick song. Okay. So I don't think we'll be able to play the audio on this because I think they play a song. But this is our segment of roasting toxic men. Say it with me. Feel free to add your own comments in the live chat. You guys, men responding to Dua Lipa. I'll probably be pausing on their pictures after we see what wonderful comments these men are leaving for Dua Lipa. So we see this picture of her. And this guy, Nicholas Ploppan. I missed it, but oh God, we're already. I gotta rewind it. I feel so old. I need to rewind it because it happened so fast. Everything's happening so fast. So Nicholas Ploppan says, I think she is just gross. Sorry, what? As he sits on his dirty, stained plaid blanket well into May. This man whose beard smells like Fritos is going to say, Dua Lipa. It literally looks like he's living in the Unabomber's cabin back there with a wooden, I don't even know, wreath from Michael's. I don't know. Maybe that's the, he needs to signify where he keeps the bodies. This guy with his old crusty balls. Not a shocker. You're not a shocker. All right. Thanks for your input, sir. Somebody's grandfather is acting up. Jeff Stevers is not interested. Oh no. What will Dua Lipa? I gotta make this bigger. Oh no. Jeff's not interested. Oh my God. Who's gonna ride with you to Sturgis? No one. Just like every year of your life thus far. Oh my, you're built like a fucking Virginia Slim, bro. Like, no, she's not worried about you. We want to smoke you, not date you, not anything. He's got 2 good teeth on top, but definitely lost his molars a long time ago. All right, let's keep going. He's not interested. Okay. Sean says, not the hottest. Sorry. Sean Bruder. Oh, no. Sean, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Sean, I got double chin, sometimes triple, but I think your neck is trying to eat your head. Like something's going on there. I don't. What? This guy definitely lost all his teeth. That is a weak jawline from gingivitis. That is someone who has never flossed in his life as he's sitting there in the dark. That t-shirt was once white, and that's what's really scary. That's what's really terrifying over here. Oh my God. Even your hair hates you. Like it's leaving your body. It's leaving. It's like, no, thank you. You don't deserve this. Sir has a larger bra size than me. You're not going to come here and say that. Okay. Harold said the only reason to show so much flesh is because they use their body to back up for not being able to sing. That's what Harold Cowger says. The only reason Dua Lipa is showing so much skin is because she's using her body to back up because she can't sing. And you can't see. And you don't know angles. And this, are you naked and making this? This is your, like, this isn't even someone caught you. Like, if you catch me looking at my phone, you're going to catch me like this, chins and all the stuff. But this is what you chose to put. This is a good picture of you, Harold. Harold, what we're not going to do is show up in our dead wives' spectacles and be making comments like this on the internet and trying to shame women about what they wear. First, you got to find your eyebrows, and then you can talk to us, okay? You can't sit with us, Harold. All right, now we got Hovik says, outfit is nice, but what is under? It must be very, what? Outfit is nice, but what is under it must be very delicious, too. And of course, you know, the wrong spelling of two. Oh my gosh. What in the Jar Jar Binks, that last guy? I have no idea. Okay, so already killing it with the grammar, the spelling, and wants to know what's underneath. You're never going to find out. You are never going to find out. You are hiding yourself. This man, you kind of look like a vagina right here. You know, this looks like an aging vagina. When your profile picture, it's scary. Where is this picture at? Is he outside? I think he might be in prison. This man is sending this message from prison and or the Humane Society. I can't tell. It kind of looks like there's a bike in the back, but okay. No, thank you. No, thank you. Serial killer, sir. We don't need, no, you look like a labia. I'm not here for that. No, stop it. Stop it, Hovik. Oh, we got David Kaminsky just writes ho, like Santa. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. He's calling her a ho, but a very jolly, cheery, seasonal ho. So a seasonal ho from David Kaminsky. I'm sorry, what is is that a Stanley Cup? Is that a golf thing? This is the kind of guy that goes and takes pictures next to other people's trophies because he doesn't know what it's like to win and never will. Oh my God. And the backwards hat. It's no. Mm-mm. And with the glasses, who's a Red Wings fan. So I think he's taking a picture, but they don't want you. Michigan has called and they want you deported. They want to send you to one of those places Trump is sending people to. You got to go, sir. You got to go. Oh my God. This is the guy who goes to the driving range alone. He can't find someone to golf with. He sits there, nice swing. And you leave us alone. We don't want to be your friend. We don't want to be your friend, David, whatever your name is. Got Adderall eyes. Brian Hayes says, meh. He's like, meh, Dua Lipa. Meh. I've seen better. Meh. Meh. Let's see what Brian's working with. Maybe he's just so successful, attractive, which still would be creepy that he's saying this, but okay. Brian Hayes. Meh. Brian, you're on parole. You got to be careful what you're doing, okay? That ankle monitor is not letting you leave the house. And you've tried to cut that bitch off before with your mouth while on meth. So you need to calm it down. Calm it down, sir. This is the man who knows his way around an armed robbery. All right? Very messy armed robbery. This guy is very dangerous in a Circle K. And that's about it. Stop it. He's got sleepy eyes. Go take a nap. We don't have time for that. Meh. Jeff Pake says, she's not that pretty. A solid 7 for Dua Lipa. Jeff's coming in with a solid 7. He's like, nyeh. She's not that pretty. Okay, Jeff, let's see what you're working with. No. No. Your pores are whores, sir. No, we're not doing this. And you're doing the angled high picture well into your 70s. He's got glaucoma. That's one thing. Like, I think he's projecting. Go focus on the glaucoma, get that taken care of, and find your upper lip. And then we can talk. It looks like you're hiding out in someone else's car, in someone else's backseat, because you lost your driver's license after too many DUIs. I know the type, and you're the type, sir. Okay, solid 7. Shut the front door. Okay, Alex Barboza says, seems a she-male. I don't know, maybe He-Man, She-Ra, she-male. So just killing it with the very current, politically correct terms. Who says she-male? Like, what? I've heard of the she-shed, but she-male. That's straight. That's 80s, bro. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, COPD, take him now. What? This man stole that cigarette off the ground. He has a whole plethora of bugs and stuff living in that beard, and he's gonna, no, we're not gonna do that, sir. The angles on these guys are like, this is my profile picture for everyone to see, and I'm gonna take it down like this where I'm looking up at the camera. They all look like the Unabomber. Like, they really all called Ted Kaczynski for notes on their profile pictures. But and you know what he looks like? Remember those really sad dogs? Those, like, they got like this. And I had a piggy bank of the sad dog, like in the 80s. I don't remember if it was like a character, but you know what I'm saying? It was a dog that has like the eyes that are like, I'm so sad. Why I gotta be so sad? Okay, Devin Winterstein says, ha 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 ha. No, she's not. She's ugly as fuck. So Devin Winterstein thinks Dua Lipa's ugly as fuck. Well, let's see what Devin's working with, okay? Do you have a baby in a race? What is going on? Is that a race car? Is that careful, your baby girl? So you got a daughter, troublesome. Are you doing some kind of racing? Is he in a monster truck rail? Do you have your baby in a monster truck, sir? Oh my God. Greasy hair and stinky plugs. He's got them stinky plugs. Oh, he's got that incel, the less sex a man has, or the more, incel he has, his beard rises to his eyes, because ultimately his hair just wants to cover his whole face and put him into hiding. This is your profile pic? I think he put his baby in a monster truck. I don't know if that's like a four-wheeler, if he's off-road, and if he's mudding. What is he doing, you guys? What's going on? He does look like a pound. That last guy looked like a pound puppy, but like a gross pound puppy. Oh my gosh. So he's doing something back there. I don't know. Or is he in one of those carts to collect the golf balls at the driving range, maybe? Either way, put your baby to bed. It's dark out, and that baby needs a car seat. It shouldn't be in that. Whatever you got going on there. Okay, good for you. Wait, what does this thing say? American or something. Something. He loves America, hates women. It tracks. Rob Lou, not to be confused with Rob Lowe, says if she didn't show her ass, no one would even pay attention to her. That's the secret of the singer's success today. So Rob's like, these singers today, they just be showing their ass. They can't even sing. Rob just coming in with the solid slut shaming of talented women, and he's a DJ. He's an elderly DJ. He's a DJ who got dug up from death. Rob, are you kidding me, Rob? We are not. This is the worst wedding DJ you hire because he's really cheap and you forgot to read the reviews, and the reviews are that he's going to come and sexually harass all of your female family members and maybe some of the men too. Okay. This is the guy who's going to, oops, I didn't know this was the woman's restroom. He's going to find his way into there. He's the real ones to be afraid of heading into the restroom. What do you imagine this guy is playing on his little ones and twos. Oh my gosh. He only knows songs by John Denver, and that's an insult to John Denver. Oh my God. You guys, creepy crawlers. He looks like a bellend, like a whole penis. And that's what they have to say about this beautiful woman, Dua Lipa. Men loose on the internet.
Go away, you adulterer!
Absolutely.
You adulterer!
That was fun. That was fun, you guys. Oh my goodness. These dudes, the gall of them being able to think that they can say anything about anyone, just get online and be like, yeah, she's ugly. She's fucking gross. What? With these profile pictures, right? Dua Lipa is gorgeous and so talented. And just these loser men sitting at home alone in a home they don't own, someone else owns, and they're taking advantage of a kind family member because they didn't plan right for their retirement, and they're out there spewing this stuff while on parole, while wearing an ankle monitor, while enjoying Chef Boyardee. Stop it. The audacity. So, Melissa's never been happier to be wrong. Chris says these men it's just one of those. I mean, we've seen this time and time again. So, men behaving badly on the internet. All right. Every time I find one of those, I'm like, oh my God, we got to look at it. So if you guys see any, feel free to send it to me. You can shoot it over to my Instagram or my email, joleenreacts@gmail.com, and we can have some fun roasting up these toxic, nasty bros. All right. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, we got to talk about this. Okay. So there was a lady. Actually, I think I might have the whole link to it. Oh, do we do it? I think we have to talk about it. Okay. So do you guys remember Joe? Vanderpumprules season 11? Okay. Well, she did a live with a Bravo content creator. Okay. Named, I think we follow each other. I know I follow her. Talk the Tea with the, Thea is her name. Is that her name? Let me see. Where did I put it? There we go. I think on Instagram, if you want to follow her, her Instagram account is Your Moms Are Watching. Your Moms Are Watching. Okay. And she did a live with Joe Wenberg. Remember? GoFundMe Joe. And people are talking about it. So let's see. It's 37 minutes. There are certain parts that maybe we need to just take a look at. So we're going to kind of skim through it. I'm going to drop the link I don't want to steal any ladies' content or stop any creators' bag. So let me drop the link for her channel. Talk the Tea with Thee, it is called, and I'm going to drop it in the live chat. And then I'm also going to drop it in the description of the video too. So if you guys want to go sub up or give it a like, there you go. And we're just going to peruse because there were clips that the creator posted on her Instagram, which again is Your Moms Are Watching on Instagram. She posted a little clip. And then she said, link in bio for my whole interview with Joe. I found it very enlightening. So she did an interview with Joe Wenberg. So let's just peruse it because Joe then, the clip I saw is Joe obviously making something that Tom Schwartz said on the after show kind of about herself. And we'll see how we got there. But Joe looking very good. Short hair, don't care. Love it. The creator is on the left, obviously. Joe on the right. And Joe is, the ex-girlfriend of Tom Schwartz. Did I say Sandoval before? Either way. Same. But Tom Schwartz, and we saw her on season 11 of Vanderpumprules. And then Tom Schwartz basically used her, threw her away as he does. Joe thought it was necessary to just blame Katie Maloney. We remember the story, right? So then Tom Schwartz was recently on the after show, and he was talking about how normally he would not respect or not stand up for his wife or his lady in public, but then would love her in private. There was some kind of quote like that. And we're going to see that Joe makes this about her, I believe. So I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. We'll skip around.
Welcome to talk.
Again, the link is in the live chat if you guys want to go sub up to this channel.
And what was done wrong to her. However,
Okay.
For us. I forgot your question already.
well, it goes to show you when you're nice to the crew, you get a bigger role on the show. That's it. They're like, let's
Can you guys hear the audio on that? All right, I'm just going to kind of skip around a little bit and we'll see if we find anything fun. But yeah, when Schwartz said that on the after show, I was like, oh, he's talking about Katie. It was just clear that he was talking about his ex-wife and, you know, him and Katie were together for so long. But we'll get there. Okay, you guys can hear it? Okay. I'm going to put my AirPod in, make sure that it didn't switch my audio because sometimes it does that. So if you hear me get shitty audio, let me know in the live chat, please.
that girl again. We don't feel like carrying all this heavy equipment around.
Wait, let's film a show because she'll plug that shit. Eyes wide open and forgetting that there's a glam squad option.
That would be me, 100%.
Yes.
Okay, so Joe's still she's still under the narrative. She didn't know that she can't believe that people on television would do glam, would want to look good for TV and have a glam squad. She's just, I'm just typical pick me kind of thing. Like, oh my God, I can't believe these girls wear makeup. Ugh, I'm just like, I'm not like the other girls. I don't wear makeup. And you're like, oh, okay, you're not like that. If that makes you feel better, I guess.
100%. I mean, I try, but you know.
And I think that's why I like you, because it's almost like you have this authenticity. Sorry, I'm just going to do a little bit of a thing, but it's like the underpreparedness that I had filming Vanderpump Rules was, I think think about it. That's the authentic way to show a reality TV show. And I feel like you would have done the same thing, right? Like
Right.
underprepared, right? And then and just going for it. And I think that was something I wasn't a seasoned cast member, so I think you and I we should just have our own show. Like it would just be
well,
like,
well, this is our own show. But you know what? That's why so many fans connected with you, because they have. I think, of course, you're all fans.
I think the lady's being very nice. Who connected with her again?
Whoever on the show, you have your favorites and people you either pro or Ariana, anti Ariana, whatever.
totally.
But I think so,
Who's anti-Ariana?
and I think that's what you were up against as well when you came on the show as the other woman to Katie, the next in line. No matter who was coming after Katie, you were going to have an issue with some fans, Katie fans, of course. They've been watching her for.
No, I think the issue was she came from the friend group, being a best friend to Kristen, then ghosted Kristen Doty and started dating Tom Schwartz, and then she messaged Katie how sorry she was for them breaking up, and then she's living with Tom Schwartz, and then she's blaming Katie like Katie is this awful evil person, and they're like, I'm sorry, what? She broke all the girl codes and then got used and abused the way that Tom Schwartz does, but she thought she was the exception. I think that was the issue.
Keep going. You're so spot on. Yes.
No. People that don't even like Katie would agree that coming in to the show this way after already being in the friend group and ghosting your girlfriends to get with a loser like Tom Schwartz and then milking that he broke your heart while knowing how you started dating him. It's bad luck, right?
Oh, here you come. And no, for better or for worse. And then, but there's so many layers here because you were Kristen's best friend for years.
Yes,
Kristen,
for years.
Now everyone's obsessed with on the Valley. Well, hi guys. Here's Kristen's best friend, who I could be having on the show for that reason alone. Like, knows where all of the bodies are buried. Is not going to say them, by the way. And
I will not.
Huge props to you. Huge props to you.
Thank you. I was literally just thinking about this. Like, I was just thinking about how much, like I know so much about every specific moment that had happened, and I'm just gonna say, like, having moments where I just was like, okay, I'm not gonna put this on 8.
Her nail color, Joe's nail color, super cute. Thank you, Chickenhead says Joe. Oh no, I expect Thea. Yeah, Joe. Oh no, I don't. She knows so much. Well, then tell us. Well, I hate people when go. Like, I know, I'm not gonna say. What are you waiting for? And if you know so much, and you're like, well, I wouldn't say because I'm gonna keep it quiet. Well, then don't say you know something.
HD
Secrets don't make friends, Joe.
international television for viewing pleasure.
Oh, call
I'm gonna keep
Christina
this inside
Coca.
because I
Call Christina Coca. We have an international television reference. She was on international national television. Oh my gosh.
want to protect my friends. Little did I know, it doesn't go the same way.
Well, the thing is too that you have absolutely no reason to be loyal to Kristen anymore. She's not your friend anymore.
Her
And
boyfriend.
a lot of them have said very not nice things about you. So a lot of other people
Yeah, but she said very not nice things about a lot of the women on Vanderpumprules and continues to with this pick me energy.
would have a podcast by now where you would literally just spilling the guts and the tea of Vanderpump, of the Valley. You would have like a million different things going on to make that money, just like every single cast member did after Sandoval, which is why Tom Sandoval took issue with a lot of them, which is, wow, you guys just ran out and capitalized on my grief and my scandal. And
Totally.
here comes Joe, who knew about it before. I mean, you literally were in Big Bear with Rachel and
Yeah.
Schwartz and Sandoval. This is
Which is another reason why fans didn't like you. You were part of hiding the scandal of it all. You literally were up there with Rachel, and I forgot about that. Tom Sandoval in Big Bear, and you were with Tom Schwartz, and you knew he was with Ariana, and it's just it's icky. Nobody likes it.
This is like
Yeah.
before anybody knew. Before,
Yeah.
but that's also a reason why some people take issue with you. And this is one thing where I kind of understand, which is why you didn't tell anybody else, because your loyalty was with Schwartz and with
Thank you, Thea. Thank you.
I guess with Sandoval at that point.
Oh yeah,
It was your friend,
It
right?
wasn't. Yeah, and at that moment, I wasn't like, I like for some reason when you're in love. What? T Money and I, T Money and Joseph were actually in love.
I just, you guys, she's still talking about it. Like, we were in love. Well, what do you think Katie and Schwartz were? Being together so much longer and actually being married. Girl, it was like a year of your life. I mean, it was a rebound.
He said it to me multiple times. You're not really worried about what Ariana or what anybody's doing. It's a very weird thing because throughout
you,
the
chicken
whole
head.
process, I hate saying process, but it's crazy how much I know. I connected with Raquel individually. Like I loved her spirit, and I
Like, we just like connected on a very mistress level. It was just like mistresses unite. Thank you, chicken head, for the super chat. You sweetie.
knew that she was just a really. I know people are gonna be like, ah! But I think when it comes down to it, like we developed a connection before filming like had even started. So
Right. So you already had a connection where you were not going to betray her regardless.
it wasn't betrayal.
Hi,
It wasn't
man.
that. It was more of, I didn't know what was actually going on with Ariana and Tom Sandoval. It was
Oh,
more
right.
of, right. It was more in that moment. You know, you're like, let me think about this when they do the interviews on.
Ma'am. So you're telling us you were dating Schwartz. Why are we still lying about this? You're dating Schwartz and you didn't know. Schwartz didn't happen to be like, oh my God, yeah, him and Raquel are, you know, having intercourses, and I'm pretending to like Raquel, and you weren't in on all this, but you're up in Big Bear with them during Scandal, and you're going on double dates, and we've seen you in multiple pictures, but you don't know. Hyman husband Shell is at jury duty. So sorry. I was like, maybe they'll bring you in for Karen Reed because there's some issues with some jurors possibly. And then I was like, no, just joking, because we don't live in that state. But anyways, I digress. Let's keep going.
You're like, wait, and then you have to like remember, catch back up. Okay, was I in that particular hurricane situation or that earthquake? I don't remember, but I remember that with Raquel, we kept our friendship very separate. And then when Schwartz and I were together, Raquel was one of the people that knew about to the T. I did her podcast, I don't know, a year.
Okay, but like, how did you become better friends with Raquel than Kristen, who was your BFF? You just ditched Kristen to be with Tom Schwartz? Tom, I wear slides and I can barely, you know, wake up at a decent time in the morning and water my plants, Schwartz? Like, what?
A year ago, and she was like, girl, I was witnessing the fact that he like was in love with you. And I was like,
oh God. See, the problem is people that encourage the Delulu. We're going down Delulu Drive. All right. And what is the end goal for Joe? That Tom Schwartz comes back? That one day he'll realize that she was the one that got away? Because I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a better chance he's going to get a restraining order, right?
Like she would say it, and everyone else didn't.
You were like,
Sorry.
I'm not crazy. This actually
I'm
happened.
not crazy.
I have a witness.
I have a witness. I have multiple witnesses. Like it's not even just like a thing where I think it just.
Okay, nobody cares. Let me fast forward a little bit.
This
You
under-
always know everything. I love you. Okay.
But I believe it's a screenshot from the after show. But here it is. Mia says and then you
Yeah,
hard to get on from. That is because
Okay, I
you're
think this is where they talk about the after show part.
questioning yourself. It's one thing to
Correct.
question someone else. Let's say he cheated on you, like Sandoval did. Well, fine, I hate him. We're done, right? Rachel's moved
Right.
on and she's doing her sound bath. She's got
Right.
a boyfriend.
100.
But for you, it's the questioning, when thinking, was I in too deep? Did I not protect myself? All that stuff is so complicated, and that's what's hard to move on from, because now you want to ostensibly at some point get into another relationship. You don't want to make the same
Yes.
mistakes. You don't want to choose the wrong person. So
Yes.
all of this is the healing process. So if you want to post 7,000 reels of you and George, just if only for yourself to say this occurred, I'm not crazy, not even for it, because I feel like you do a lot of stuff for yourself online, and other people take it like, oh, Joe's putting this out there. I think you.
Okay, but this is what the men do on Vanderpump Rules. They've tried to make the women on Vanderpump Rules feel crazy since day one. This is Tom and Tom's MO. This is Jax's MO. Like, this is what they do. So you're not special for this. And if anything, you should have had more empathy for the other women. But it seems like Joe's just like, me. I just care about me. And you were there for like a second. And think about these other women who had to deal with this bullshit year after year. And instead of blaming the right people, the Toms, the man that you're dating, you continue to blame Katie and bullies and people talking about you wearing a hat or you not wearing makeup. Like, girl, get it together. This is going to keep happening until you choose to be a girl's girl.
Sometimes forget people are even watching, right? Isn't that kind of how you operate? Like, you're just in your own head, and then you and then it gets realized.
It's just the way I am. Yeah, I'm in my own head. Like, it's just the way I am. I was like, look, this was a beautiful moment that we had together. These are the moments that we had together. I was almost going to post another reel about it, but of course, everyone would be like up in arms about, oh my gosh, she's got ADHD. She's crazy. She just posts these random things. And I'm thinking,
first of all, quit dragging ADHD into it, okay? Quit. No one's saying, oh, she's got ADHD. I've never heard, and you're the only one who says that as someone with ADHD. No one is saying, oh, gross, she has ADHD. No one has ever brought that up. You bring that up as an excuse for your bad behavior, which is shitting on the rest of us neurodivergents. Like, come on, Joe.
thinking, wait a second, this was 2.5 years of my life, if not longer, that I had known this man.
Right.
And
this wasn't like,
So you knew him, but you knew him as married to someone else in the friend group you were in while you were best friends with Kristen Doty. Like, this is Delulu.
Lexi and Jesse on Summer House, where they were in
Thank
a
you.
4-month relationship.
No, Lexi and Jesse had a stronger relationship than Joe and Schwartz. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Like that, no. I don't think we have to shit on another couple to make Joe feel better. I think Jesse is an asshole, but their relationship was more real than whatever this was. Come on.
Relationship, and that girl's on freaking Nick Viall on like every huge show right now.
I know, and I didn't even get to go and watch What Happens Live. Like,
Right,
what's up?
You guys, this is what it's about. She didn't even get to go and watch What Happens Live. She didn't get her come up. She didn't get her big come up. She didn't become the star. There wasn't another season. Let's hear that again. And I didn't even get to go and watch What Happens Live.
Summer House, where they were in
Thank
a
you.
4-month relationship, and that girl's on freaking Nick Viall on like every huge show right now.
I know, and I didn't even get to go and watch What Happens Live. Like,
Right,
what's
right.
up?
Like, tell her. To move on. What the heck? Well, I will tell you something I saw today that I felt was slightly validating. I saw this.
Oh no. So this is the part where they're going to talk about what happened on the after show. And I'm like, don't do it, girl. Don't build her up. Don't push her farther down Delulu Drive. But here we are. Here we are, guys.
There's this podcast called Virtual Reality. It's like a video blog that Bravo does. And
Oops.
I was
Oh
like,
no.
Absolutely told. I think
I skipped.
I think
it.
one moment
I
where
was waiting for like a video blog
Okay, got it.
that Bravo
Sorry.
does. And Schwartz went on it, and it was
virtual reality.
they put this
Look
up.
at how old school I am. Let me write it down.
Virtual Reality, TEA, put this
You
under.
always know everything. I love you. Okay.
But I believe it's a screenshot.
Like Joe doesn't know. Like she doesn't follow virtual reality. Like she doesn't know about Evan. Yeah. She doesn't know about page 6. And okay. Yeah. All right.
from the after show, but here it is. Mia says, we handle stuff in our marriage, cameras on or cameras off behind closed doors. She's talking
Mia
about
from the Valley.
Yeah. So
I really okay. Go on. Yeah.
She's obviously referring to the fact that people are saying, "Oh, you act like your life's perfect, but your marriage isn't perfect." And she says, "Well, we actually handle our marriage like sometimes cameras on, sometimes cameras off behind closed doors." And Schwartz replies, "See, I used to do the opposite: shame in public and love in private." And I felt like that was 100% of a shout out to you, Joe, by saying, "Remember, because he shamed you, but he did love you." And I could be completely wrong. I could be wrong, but I know exactly. And then
Girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're supposed to be, we're not, you can't encourage this kind of thing. No, it's not about her. It's 100% not about her. They were talking about marriages. He was married to Katie. They then showed clips of him with Katie. Joe isn't even in his memory anymore. Like, you can't do this to this girl. At this point, it's criminal. Take it back. And then she goes, well, I mean, I'm not for sure. Don't say it. You've awoken the sleepy stalker or the unsleepy stalker. What? I was like, huh? Don't lie to this woman. Don't give her any more fuel for her to keep going on and on about Tom Schwartz. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I got to listen to it one more time.
Sometimes cameras on, sometimes cameras off behind closed doors. And Schwartz replies, "See, I used to do the opposite: shame in public and love in private." And I felt like that was 100% of a shout out to you, Joe, by saying, "Remember, because he shamed you, but he did love you." And I could be completely wrong. I could be wrong, but I know exactly. And then right afterwards, he says, "I should have said."
All Joe says, all she hears is, so you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. And now we're going to get another emo montage on Instagram of Joe and Schwartz in the 3 months or whatever they were together.
That. And I'm like, could we possibly finally be to the point where we're reflecting and saying, like, I might have really hurt this person by diminishing what we had. And that's it. Like, you can move on. You can be out of love. You can go on in your life. But to diminish what you had when you had it, that to me is the sharpest of arrows. And I wonder if that was it. Don't you think?
Oh, that suddenly just intrigued my brain back to moments of, wait a second, this just came out.
Yes, well, it was from the after show, which aired last night. So they were posting it this morning. So
God, and I didn't know that he was on the Valley because,
right.
Well, of course, he's blocked me on Instagram and also over the phone, which is.
I can't, you guys. First of all, of course, you know he's on the Valley. You're paying attention to all this. You're still on podcasts and creators podcasts that talk about Bravo television. Of course, you know he's on the Valley, but listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. He's blocked me on here, on the phone, on the Instagram, on all the social medias. He sent a temporary restraining order to me. Like, do you hear these words? This is not helping this girl.
Oh, that suddenly just intrigued my brain back to moments of, wait a second, this just came out.
Yes, well, it was from the after show, which aired last night. So they were posting it this morning. So
God, and I didn't know that he was on the Valley because,
right.
Well, of course, he's blocked me on Instagram and also over the phone, which is so bizarre to me. I still have no reason. But I think that is a chapter that he's just like, I think he's just like a little like.
I'm going to actually, Tom Schwartz, he pisses me off to no end, but I'm going to say it's the right thing to do to block her at this point. I'm going to have to side with him a little bit on this, just for safeties,
Like that's mind blowing to me because
it's not about you, baby girl. Don't listen when people tell you this stuff. It's not about you. Believe me. Okay. I think he dated that 22-year-old longer than he dated her. Like, it's definitely about Katie. We all criticize Schwartz season after season, time after time, for the fact that he would not have Katie's back. He let Sandoval talk down to her. He let all the men talk however they wanted to Katie. He would throw Katie under the bus. He literally threw a drink on Katie. He was not a good, supportive husband. He would let people shit on her and he would shit on her. And then in private, he's like, I love you, Bubba. Mama. So it's definitely not about you. Why did this lady tell her that?
I mean, shame in public, love in private. He couldn't be talking about Katie because they loved him.
No, he would shame her in public about her drinking, about her attitude, about he shamed Katie constantly on the show in public. And then behind closed doors, he'd be like, I love you, Bubba. Oh, and he let Sandoval talk crazy to her, and then behind closed doors would be like, Bubba, I'm sorry.
In public. I have to think he means you. And
No, you don't have to think he means Joe. You really don't have to. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're unleashing?
I have to think the same because it's very clear
No.
that him and Katie are on very good terms, considering that she was his first podcast. By the way, Retox Detox. I really feel like it doesn't make sense.
Did she say, by the way, Retox Detox? Or did she just shout out his podcast? And she's salty that Katie was on his podcast.
Sense to me, but
Well, he can still be on good terms with Katie and talk about how he did wrong in their marriage and in their relationship.
I definitely agree with you. I think that there's definitely something underlying there. And here's the thing with Team Money is that
Okay, you're not gonna make Team Money happen. Like it's not a thing.
you know, his commitment level is a level 1 out of 10. We've seen this throughout the years. And then,
So why did you expect anything different from him?
of course, I'm blamed because I was loved behind cameras and then not on camera.
So if you knew this about him, why wouldn't you have empathy for Katie and all she had been through? If you know this about him, why would you come on blaming Katie, hating on her, or not understanding why the ladies on Vanderpump might be upset with you? Coming from the friend group and being best friends with Kristen Doty and immediately going and dating Tom Schwartz and then throwing all the girls under the bus and ghosting Kristen. This lady does not make sense. We need to stop giving her a platform.
And
so you look like you're delusional. That's
it
that's
looks like I'm
She is delusional. This is delusion. If you look up the definition of delusion, you will find this. You are not alone. Delusion's here with you.
delusional when, as we saw in the reunion, the girls were like, wait a second. And do you remember, really quickly, do you remember the one moment where Andy asked me a question? He was like, do you regret something and whatever? And I remember I remember Schwartz was like looking at me like daggers and
ready.
and I,
Like, don't you say it. Don't say
Mhm.
it.
And I listened to like what he was saying and I was like, no, I don't know. I don't regret. And then Lala was like, wait a second. You have to, it's like minute number 43, part 2 of the reunion. I don't know what it is. And I remember being like, I regret that so much because at the end of the day, like at that point, it was like face to face after, you know, we had just gotten dinner. And then all of a sudden he has a new girlfriend. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. And then it does make sense to me that I think he's listening to people that are who have, including Jax, I think, who have been very negative towards me, who don't know me. And I think that there would have been.
No, those are his feelings. I know you want to believe that Schwartz was influenced, but that's how Schwartz acts. You just told us. He has commitment issues. He not into you. He's a user, a loser. Come on.
Would have been a really, really good connection that would have been consistent with him if there were not cameras on. I mean, it was, the crew saw it. Like we would just be like, "Wah!" And then like the cameras would roll. And then, so I
The
guess
crew is going to come out with a docu-series. Joe and Tom were really in love. The crew saw it. They saw it.
I think that, I don't know. I think that it's interesting to see that the way that him and I would operate on camera was not set up. It was like, they were like, just do you. And like,
But notice, like, it was on camera and he knew what he was doing. And it pissed Katie off. Girl, he used you. He's an ass. Let's move on.
that isn't
Right.
1/3 of like loving a human being. And then like the other part is like, we didn't care what we looked at. Like we loved each other's outfits. I know I'm going on a da-da-da, but I think I probably missed the episode where, you know, somebody was wearing a hat and didn't get interrogated, by the way.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's enough. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are people really feeding into this delusion? Ma'am, tell us what happened to the dog. All right. Remember when you had 2 GoFundMes for your dog and you said the second eye of your dog was going to be lost if people didn't give? And then people asked you, like, what, for more details on what you were actually asking for with the dog. And now the dog, you got rid of the GoFundMe and the dog's eye is still there. And we're just really worried about your dog. So just tell us about the dog. That's it. Right. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Is he okay? What happened to the merch? A lot of things. Checkers. Yeah, what happened to Checkers? We want to make sure Checkers is okay. And when you start a GoFundMe for something, people might have questions into like, okay, well, you say they are they just wanted more information, I believe, if I remember correctly, about the vet and what the vet was going to do and what was really going on with the eye. So just go take care of Checkers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't want Checkers with Chloe from the Karen Reed case. All right. Justice for Checkers. Justice for all the doogies. Oh my God, you guys. I saw that clip on Instagram. I was like, no, don't feed into the delusion. Please stop. Just stop. We don't need this. Okay, let's talk about this. This might get me struck. So if the stream goes down after I post it, I just have to take this part out. They'll copyright strike me. But you guys were telling me about this on the last live when we were breaking down the Valley. And you were saying that Janet had mentioned something on Watch What Happens Live. And when I watched the episode the next day, I didn't see this. But apparently, according to shout out to Vanderpumprules party on Instagram, they posted the clip. So apparently maybe in the East Coast airing of Watch What Happens Live that Janet and Jason were on, Bravo aired on Tuesday, May 20th. The first video included, in that version, a question to Janet about her comment regarding Al-Anon. And you guys had mentioned this, and I'm like, I didn't see that because apparently they cut it. The second video is what aired on West Coast, also what's on Peacock, and I watched it on Peacock. So this is the question in question, if you will, that was on Watch What Happens Live that they apparently edited out when they put it on Peacock. So let's take a listen. Give me a thumbs up as soon as you can hear the audio on this in the chat.
You grab your phone and go to wwhl.tv. Let me see, Janet, number one question for you came on Threads. I only follow Bravo Star. Said, why did you out Nia for allegedly being an Al-Anon? Isn't that supposed to be anonymous?
It absolutely is. That was wrong of me to say. It was being spoken about in our group. I was asked to comment on it. I absolutely should not have. It is an anonymous support group, and I regret saying that. I'm very sorry to Nia.
Okay. I am your host, Andy Cohen.
Okay, so apparently Janet brought up Nia going to Al-Anon. Oh my God. Definitely the anonymous part was lost on them. She's saying it was brought up in the group, and so she brought it up. But who brought it up? Did Nia bring it up? Because if Nia talks about it, then you can talk about it. But if Nia doesn't talk about it, then you shouldn't talk about it. And Nia might already be an Al-Anon. Like we talked about in our breakdown of the episode of The Valley, Nia is very, she does the therapy speak. You can tell she's done the work. And it does make more sense now when she talks about maybe her and Danny doing individual therapy, couples therapy, and then she talked about a group type therapy. And that could be considered, AA or Al-Anon. So yeah, much better than QAnon. So there you go. But yeah, not something you want out about people. You're not supposed to go to like an AA or Al-Anon meeting and be like, guys, guess who I saw there? Don't do a jaxtaylor. Like, I have a sponsor or a friend who's very famous. And he's on television every day. Like, Janet, you're doing yourself no favors here. What are you doing? Why are you bringing up her being on Al-Anon? Or in Al-Anon or whatever. Oh my God. And Al-Anon's wonderful. So, yeah, friends and family of alcoholics can go to Al-Anon, and it's like their own little recovery space. So, yeah. Cassandra says it was scrubbed from the latest Valley episode. It's interesting that if they scrubbed it from the episode, why did they then allow a question for it on Watch What Happens Live? So Andy essentially, it's out there now. Like, everyone can see this if they want to. So whoever okayed them to ask that question, I mean, maybe just as bad. Ay. Damn it, Janet. We were trying to root for you somewhat, but in those situations, I can't root for that. Brian said, Nia and Polly Pocket Bucco released a YouTube podcast early this morning where they talk about this week's episode of The Valley. Had insomnia, so I watched it. They drag. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Maybe we'll check that out on tomorrow's No Offense, All Offense. Oh, you guys are saying they posted on YouTube a week before? But I wonder if they only posted it on YouTube because they knew that it might be shown in the season of The Valley. That's interesting. The season of The Valley is just messier and messier. All right. I got to wipe my eyes from these allergies. But in the meantime, beware of dates with Jax, because I want to show you guys again, in case some of you are new here, I have firsthand accounts of a woman who went on a date with Jax and what can happen if you date Jaxtaylor.
Why don't you just have a little snort?
Hon, look, that whole trip's just not for me, okay?
Sandy, don't be a bummer. It's no biggie. Honey.
Be careful, guys. You don't want to end up like Sandy on the date with Jaxtaylor. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I think we're going to have to do the Michelle interview on Nick Vile's podcast later too, probably tomorrow, because we are almost coming up on our members only live and I don't want to be late to that. Oops. So let's just play a little clip. This is from Reality Ops on Instagram. Shout out to them. Michelle, according to them, also says that Jesse promised her that he wouldn't bring up on the show for their daughter's sake. And then he did it anyways. Him having a binder reminds me of that guy on The Bachelor that Reality Ops said. So let me share the screen with you guys. And thank you, Evelyn. Just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Evelyn. You are so sweet and generous. That was so kind of you. Congratulations to those of you that got a membership from Evelyn. Put your hearts in the chat for Evelyn. Okay. So Michelle says that Jesse has a binder, scripts, and ideas of what he wants to do and say on the show. And I think that is some of the criticism that we see about Janet too, that we're also seeing about Jesse, is that it's coming off as inauthentic. It's coming off as rehearsed reads. It's coming off as they are, doing these things because they know that they're on a show. And granted, every show needs a villain for sure. But there's a fine line between you're trying too hard and you're going to come off inauthentic and try hardy rather than just you're like naturally the villain on the show. So let's hear what she has to say in this clip.
I had the benefit of watching himself on season 1. How is he showing up and being such a prick?
And he's trying his hardest because I'm telling you, like, he had a binder, he had scripts, he has ideas. He goes in there completely with an agenda.
What do you mean a binder? Of what?
Of what he wants to say, what he wants to do, everything. Wow. Like, for example, being friends with Kristen, like that was a very strategic thing that he did because he knew that was going to bother me. He knew that was going to like have people love him. He has this binder.
Was the underwear in that binder? Because
he was that? I don't know if you guys realize he can drink so much and be okay. He was so drunk the entire time in Santa Barbara. So drunk. So that was late. And I don't think he was expecting anybody to go in his room.
So he really he plans everything he's going to do for the show.
Yeah. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm like that.
But it's not working for him.
It's not.
And he tries so hard, but like the real him comes out here and there. And I'm like, people don't really see like the full Jesse. You just see bits and pieces.
At the scene early on this season where you go, I think it might have been the first episode, you go to his house to kind of talk about the schedule with Isabella and he starts crying and you're like, come on, don't do this. You knew that was.
You can tell him cry and he'll cry. Like tears. He can do it. No problem.
That acting class really.
You think we've only seen fake tears from Jesse?
I think so. I mean, the only thing is his ego was really hurt in season 1, but I think it was just all for the cameras.
Do you think his accusing you of the infidelity is all part of his, is in his binder, so to speak, and part of his plan?
Yeah. So we actually met because he said, I want to speak before the summer so that we're on the same page. So he made me go to his friend's house and sat me down, and he's like, I don't want you to talk about our finances. I don't want you to say a word. Like, that was so important to him, the finances, because he's in a lot of trouble. And I said, okay. And he's like, tell me the truth about what happened. So I told him the story. I made a mistake before I left him. That's part of the reason why I left him, because I knew I no longer wanted to be in this marriage. I kissed somebody. I should have never done it. And that's it. And so he's like, have you ever been with Aaron? I'm like, absolutely not. That happened after I asked for a divorce. And so he knew everything before the summer. I was very clear. I answered all of his questions. I said, for Isabella's sake, can we please not discuss this? And he's like, I swear I will not say this on TV. And every single day he was fixated, and that was all he could talk about when he knew the truth about everything.
Yeah, no, he's meeting his life coach or therapist and making it a part of the conversation, and suggesting that you were cheating on him for 2 years and sleeping around.
And he knew that that wasn't the case. He was the one always gone. Like, God knows what the hell he was doing for 8 hours a day.
I mean, even the whole, like, Erin lives by Runyon. She would wear makeup to Runyon, and she would put the honey in. It was just, it felt very calculated.
Mm-hmm.
And so it does make sense that you say that, like, he has all of this planned out, because it seemed very planned out.
Yeah. And I didn't wear makeup to Runyon.
But also, like, it's LA. Everyone's wearing makeup to Runyon. Like, you never know who you're going to meet, you know? Like,
there's paparazzi literally hiding behind bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was aware. He just wanted the world to know and to paint me as this, like, bad person. And he got what he, like, I don't know what he got from it, but
he had the benefit of watching himself on season.
So Jesse had a binder. He had a Monique from Potomac binder. But hers was with receipts, and his was with rehearsed reads and ways he was going to produce himself on the show. It's not surprising. He's a very controlling person. He's an asshole. I'm interested to get into that episode of Michelle on the Vial Files. Irene said, I can't stand Nick. Most people can't. Baby girl, you are not alone. I am here with you. Jesse, I mean, this guy, just a dildo baggins. Binder boy. Binder boy with the diaper butt. Binder boy diaper butt. Jesse Lally.
Nothing brightens a dark room like light from a window. Time to open the window. Oh no! Why? Why is this happening?
Surprise!
My eyes are on fire! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Maybe we overdid it a little bit.
All right, you guys. I will see you on the Members Only Live in about 40 minutes. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. Shout out to Tracy becoming a new member. Chickenhead, thank you for the super chats. Evelyn, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. If you're looking for the Members Only Live, go to the members tab. If you're on Patreon in 2 of the tiers, you would have received a link for that. So I hope to see you over there, you guys. I think I'm going to try to after the Timberwolves game tonight. I'm hoping the Timberwolves can pull out a win, because last game, Trey, frustrating. I'll come live and we'll talk some Karen Reed and get caught up there, and have some levity and law and laughs. But don't forget to smash that like, leave a comment after the video post, follow me on social media if you're not already. And like I always say, you guys, enjoy yourself, because it's later than you think. Goodbye.
If you like what you see,